Hello and welcome to a Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights 2 Mysteries of Westgate. Um, I did get it to work. The shop I bought this from doesn't exist. However, the module or campaign files can be basically downloaded from anywhere, and it uses an online authentication system to before it allows you to unpack and play the files. But I do have the emails that have the authentications code, so I download it from somewhere else and use the old codes, and they still work. So I was worried for nothing. Neverwinter Nights 2: Mysteries of Westgate. The nightmares began shortly after your discovery of the innocuous-looking domino mask in the depths of some unnamed dungeon. After several failed attempts to rid yourself of the item, the nature of its terrible curse became clear. Now you find yourself on a ship bound for the infamous city of Westgate, where you must choose your allegiances carefully in a desperate quest to save your sanity and uncover a nefarious plot threatening the Dragon Coast itself. Welcome to Westgate. It's a total coincidence that the theme of this campaign has to be revolved around masks too, like the Mask of Betrayers. It's a it's not was not never designed. It's just a coincidence. I because of well because we played so many very similar type of spellcasters for so far. I want to play a character that has no spellcasting ability. I always knew that the long campaign was going to be a spellcasting one, but since Storm of Zahir is a group-oriented one, I was sort of intending to play more as a non-spellcaster there, but the group dynamic sort of demands that an effective use of spellcasters requires that you use babysitting. Especially since the fights were somewhat more challenging than in the previous campaigns. So I want to basically just not say nope. Nope out of that one this time. I'll play a paladin. Sunil paladin. +2 intelligence, -2 constitution, and some protections against enchantments and so forth. Right. I have more or less something in mind already, so I don't have to get stuck here for too long. It's amazing how vast these places look. Just Jesus Christ. Never gonna see these anyway, so I'm not sure why I even waste time doing these. Hair color. I have to have some kind of blondish color. Light as possible. What exactly am I? Oh, I'm chasing that. But eyebrows to be a little darker. Yeah. Fine. Okay. Gonna be a paladin. A good character. We played an evil or very selfish one in the first 2 campaigns, then a sort of a neutral one. So I want to play a proper good character. Good guy this time. Very paladin tier. Portfolio justice. So some strength, no real dexterity, some constitution, some intelligence, some wisdom, some charisma. And Appraiser. Unlocked by the increased intelligence. Your sharp eye makes you the bane of snake oil salesmen and second-rate merchants the realms over. Within seconds you can identify fakes, point out faults, and estimate dates of construction. All this attention to detail makes you a bit preoccupied, however, and at times puts you in danger of missing the big picture. You will get appraisal bonus, lore bonus, negatives to spotting, blotting, and sleight of hand. It's a good match anyway, because we can spot fakes, and it'll give us negatives to lying and stealing, which is basically something we wouldn't do no matter what. Gotta have 2 points. I'd like to take some heal to lore. Lore is always useful in these games. Gotta have tumble. Then what? Use magic device could be useful. Concentration. Also we need to cast spells. All the basic armors and weapons and shields and protections. I think we're going to be fairly straightforward combat focused. I want to add more abilities to our attack repertoire though, because if you basically have to play a fighter and all you do is point and click in a way, it's not going to be all that exciting, so additional things we could do. Combat expertise might be a sensible thing too. Take advantage of the higher intelligence. But knockdown is vital against some type of spellcasters. Interruption ability basically. But combat expertise would all make us very hard to hit when we want it to be. Like knockdown for now. Elvaven, no, something shorter. I'm not Elrithrabriel. You can't have this sort of shitty name. It's gonna be an elf at that point. Galedia. Galedia is a decent name. Refend. Refend. Galedia Que. The second name doesn't really matter. I'm never gonna use it. The soundset. Dramatic female.
Everyone attack! I'll cover this one. I'll try to handle this one quickly. This one won't stop us long.
Yep, sounds fitting to me.
It was in the depths of some unnamed dungeon that you found the mask. Something about it demanded your attention. Only after you attempted to rid yourself of it, did you learn that the mask refused to be discarded. The nightmares began to plague you shortly afterwards. Unimaginable horrors awaited you whenever your eyes closed, turning sleep into sweat-filled torture. In desperation, you sought advice from a sage of Cormyr, who confirmed that the mask had its origins with a mysterious organization known as the Night Masks. The old man urged caution as you caught passage on the next ship to Westgate.
Captain! Westgate has been sighted!
Perched in the fog like some predatory beast waiting for unsuspecting prey. Aye, I see her. Go wake our passenger.
Aye, Captain. Up on your feet, stranger. It's time to wake up. There's still a fair way to go until we reach our destination. And the captain needs a few questions answered before he decides whether to take you any further. Come on, get up.
What's going on here?
The captain's had some interesting reports come in. It seems you've been sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. We don't like those who poke around on our business. Know what we do with bilge rats if we catch them? Snap their necks and toss them overboard.
I don't have anything to hide.
Creed saw you snooping around the docks last night. He ain't the brightest member of the court, but his eyes pierce the night like the white velvety flesh of a maiden's neck. You ain't getting away. Not this time.
The docks? Last night? We've been on this ship together for days. The first mate doesn't seem to be hearing a word you say. His face takes on a strange, feverish look. Something is very wrong.
I warned you. You wouldn't listen. Very well. Come closer. Take a long look. It's what you came here for, isn't it? Wake up! Wake up! You're yelling fit to wake the dead, and this close to a city like Westgate, that ain't a sight I'd want to see.
Another bad dream, eh? Motion of the sea can do that to some folk. Luckily for you, the sea serpent is just pulling into harbor. We're here, Caledia, and right on schedule. We'll be debarking shortly. Westgate awaits. Tell me a little about the city. Westgate. They say that this is the city where anything goes and everything has a price. And that's pretty much the truth. It's the most powerful city on the Dragon Coast and the most ruthless. My advice is to watch your back. Watch your back at all times, or get someone to do it for you. What can you tell me about this mask? You don't want to go thrusting that in people's faces. It's a domino mask, and that means it's connected to the night masks. I don't know how it came into your possession, but if there's one thing in the city you don't want to do, it's draw the attention of those villains. Tell me more about the night masks. Night masks are the assassins, thieves, and lowlifes that rule Westgate's dark underbelly. Some say they even hold influence in one or more of the ruling noble houses. Don't like to speculate. Steer well clear of them is my advice. I'm ready to depart. Before you go, I'd better bring you up to speed on events in the city. Haven't picked a good time to arrive in Westgate, traveler. There's gang warfare on the streets. Apparently the night masks have got themselves some competition. This new group calls itself the Ebony Claws. So far they seem to be giving a pretty good amount of themselves. Most of the violence takes place after nightfall, but that isn't always the case, so keep your wits about you. The priest Obit Teltas has declared that his church is going to clean up the city. The Lathanderites lack the numbers to do little except stir up a volatile situation. but Orbit might have some work if you're in need of gold. The Morning Haven is in the Arena district. I need to go and begin unloading cargo. Remember to collect all your belongings from your chest before you depart, lass, as the Sea Serpent won't be sticking around for long. Your friend Renara is waiting for you above decks. Farewell, mate. Do you wish to manually level up or... Okay, manually, of course. The game doesn't start at the first level. You are fairly competent right from the start. The shield... plate... hot held... Oh my god, no. What is this? Domino mask. Texture mission missing. Oh, that is beautiful. I'll see if I can do something about that. It's basically a missing icon though. Whoops. Wearing the mask has shifted your alignment 2 points toward evil. Yeah, the mask works just fine. So, do not wear the mask. Ever. Good to know. Short sword swamp. Right. Gotta choose proper portrait. Hmm. Anything more appropriate? Well, this is fine anyway. Leveling up. We could go to multi-class on another thing, but I think we're gonna be pure paladin. Second level lay on hands ability. Heal once per day. Diplomacy has to be kept up, so explore. Humble can come far behind. I think healing ability in general is good too. Divine Grace, lay on hands. I'm not sure how many levels we're gonna get, but I think we're gonna get quite a few. Divine Health. Immunity to disease. Character with this feat is immune to fear. Additionally, each ally within 10 feet gains a +4 moral bonus to saving throws against fear effects. These saving throw bonuses against some type of effect is very questionable bonus. It's not because the game doesn't treat every fear's effect as the same. It depends on the source. Is it magic, some kind of other ability? So just because it might protect you against certain fear effects, but not all. So every time there's some kind of protection from paralysis effects or things like that, yeah, that's There's usually an exception that's going to come through that protection. Disarm. Haven't really used this. Not sure how useful this is. Blind fighting, I'll take that, because I saw undead creatures all over the place. So we're gonna face spirits very likely. And this is a area with thieves around, so it'll also provide us a little bit of extra protection. Invisible creatures or stealthy creatures get no bonus to hit the character in melee. So, yes please. I think I want to be a stronger fighter as time goes on, so strength. Sweaty. I really want a second attack. We can get it. That would be great. Remove disease. You're already immune, but now we can remove it from someone else. Combat expertise would be good. I think I'll take disarm. I like the idea of having multiple things I could try to fight, even if they fail miserably still. Yeah, it's got the second attack. Very nice. Level 6 paladin at the moment. Level 8. This is probably the end of it. But I like this that you get to start as a decent level character, so you don't have to deal with the low level bullshit. Level 8 paladin. 2 attacks per round. So we have a admirable amount of special abilities we can rely on. I have no idea how good these are. Christmas medieval. Adventure Hold.